Fighting games, a real classic of the 80s and 90s. Often thought as one of the best genres in gaming as a whole, it's become one of the most well-known genres. Some games that include fighting games are Street Fighter, Tekken, Final Fight, and Fatal Fury. But there's one I purposely left out. What game is that? Well, in 1992, the now defunct company Midway Games had just created a new game. This game was a fighting game that took pictures and videos of actual actors and put them in the game by means of digitalizing. This game is the cult classic Mortal Kombat. The game is pretty infamous as it was one of the leading games, along with Street Fighter 2, that made the United States Senate have hearings over violence in video games, with this establishing the ESRB. The story goes that a fighting tournament is held to protect this realm, or Earth, from villains. So the first game's villain is Shang Tsung, then the next two, Shao Kahn. There are 7 characters in total you can choose from the original. In total there's 10, all each with their own abilities. You have Sub-Zero with his ice, Raiden with his lightning, and Liu Kang with the power of fireballs and kicking, I guess. Also the non-playable characters, like Goro with his immense strength, Shang Tsung with his shape-shifting powers, and a Reptile, a secret character and often considered one of the first ever secret characters in a fighting game. His abilities are a copy of Sub-Zero and another character, though there is one. Following what I said about Reptile, he was made by color swapping both Sub-Zero and this character. This character being the GOAT, the best known character from Mortal Kombat, Mr. Get Over Here himself, Scorpion. Given the name because, well, there actually isn't a canon reason on why they gave him the name Scorpion. But I personally think that the reason that they call him Scorpion is because, I'll put it in the back, but take a look at his fighting stance. Now you see how the arm is over the head when he's fighting, right? That's what I'm thinking that gives it the name Scorpion, because when you look at a scorpion, they have their stingers up. I know, I'm a little thing. Also, there was an animated movie where Scorpion is given the name Scorpion because he never gives up. I know, super corny. But Reptile had the abilities of both Scorpion and Sub-Zero. Now, back to what I was saying about Scorpion. He's Mortal Kombat's cover boy, one of the most well-known characters in gaming as a whole. With his many abilities and story, it may be hard knowing all about him. Well, in this video, I'll be going over it, or more summarizing about him. His story from the first 3 Mortal Kombat games. Mortal Kombat 1992, Mortal Kombat 2, and Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. Our story for Scorpion begins in Mortal Kombat 1. The main story of this game is Earth is a realm in this game's universe, and people from the outer realm are trying to attack it. So the main villain, Shao Kahn, sends Shang Tsung to the outer world realm to host a fighting tournament. Shang Tsung loses this tournament. The game is not to be confused with Mortal Kombat 1, the 2023 game with Omni-Man and many cool guest characters like Homelander and T-1000. Video on Omni-Man soon, by the way. The story for Scorpion in this game goes that he's a ninja of the Shirai Ryu clan. I'm so sorry, I mispronounced that. With his op Sub-Zero being in the Lin Kuei clan. A good way to think of this, in my opinion, is the Bloods and the Crips. Don't ask me how they get interlinked. Due to being ops, Sub-Zero slimed out Scorpion and his clan, as he was marked for death by the Lin Kuei long ago. So Scorpion becomes an undead specter and hopes to kill Sub-Zero, who he believes killed his family, though his family is alive and well. His abilities in this game are the famous Get Over Here spear, with when you get hit by it, he just says, "Get over here, come here."
Get over here!
That's really well known. Also a teleporting punch, that teleports you behind your enemy and hits them. His fatality consists of taking off his face. Skeleton emits kind of like a flamethrower effect, and burns his enemy alive. He does have an ending in this game, but this ending isn't canon. Rather, Liu Kang's ending is canon, along with this game, Mortal Kombat 2, and Mortal Kombat 3. It's so annoying. The ending for Scorpion goes that he wins the tournament, but considering he got revenge, he completed his mission of revenge. But now he lives with the curse that he can never know or see his family again, and vice versa. He also did get his revenge on Sub-Zero, but we'll learn more about the consequences after that. That's how the story for 1992's Scorpion goes. I could go more in depth about his beef with Sub-Zero, even Sub-Zero and Reptile and such, but no, I would probably rather leave that for another video. In Mortal Kombat 2, Sub-Zero re-enters the tournament due to hearing that Sub-Zero has re-emerged and entered Shao Kahn's tournament. Shao Kahn is the man responsible for sending Shang Tsung to the Outer Realms to host the first ever Mortal Kombat. Though, as we know, the Sub-Zero isn't the same Sub-Zero as last time. Rather, Bi-Han, the original Sub-Zero, had been killed by Scorpion in the last tournament like I literally just mentioned. So, that means that Bi-Han's brother, Kuai Lang, takes the mantle as Sub-Zero to seek revenge on Scorpion. Scorpion realizes this isn't Bi-Han because he leaves his opponent alive. After their duel, he leaves Kuai Lang alive and goes on an unholy conquest of the tournament. Though the canon of this game isn't canon again, rather Liu Kang's is. So annoying, I don't like Liu Kang. His abilities in the game are the spear and the teleporting punch again, but also the addition of a scissor kick. But Scorpion ending for this game ends off on a high note. As to atone for the murder of Bi-Han, he becomes Kuai Lang's protector and guardian. Mortal Kombat 2 was also the introduction of friendships and babalities. So his friendship in this game is him holding up a little Scorpion and saying to buy a Scorpion doll. The same friendship goes for Sub-Zero and Reptile. And his babality is Scorpion turning his enemy into a baby. Real simple. Moving on to Mortal Kombat 3. Or Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, my bad. Shao Kahn attempts to take over the Earthrealm again. In this attempt, he falters with Earth's help, letting Scorpion escape and roam the Earth. He has no alliance or allegiance with anybody. But what about his guardianship of Kuai Lang? Well, it's still there, but I lied about his no alliance. Shao Kahn had hired Scorpion to take out the chosen warriors of this tournament. But when he sees Sub-Zero, he turns on Shao Kahn and goes through the tournament to defeat Shao Kahn. He ends up doing so, and Earth returns to normal, and he returns back to Hell, continuing his damnation. Now you may be asking, where's MK Trilogy? Why aren't you doing MK Trilogy? It's the same ending as Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. His abilities in this game are Spear, Teleporting Punch, with the removal of the Scissor Kick. This game also includes the first of Animalities. Now you would think that Scorpion would turn into a, well, Scorpion. But no, rather he turns into a penguin, lays an egg under the opponent's feet, and explodes. Also, his brutality is just a famous combo you can do in these games, going on for a little bit, and then the enemy basically explodes. Pretty cool. Scorpion does make an appearance in the standalone Sub-Zero game. The game is a prequel to the original Mortal Kombat. The game shows Sub-Zero killing Scorpion, trying to get an elemental scrib. Sure, I don't know how to say it. After a cutscene, you're in front of the Lin Kuei Li, and he tells you about you signing up for a tournament called Mortal Kombat, with Shang Tsung making an appearance. The game's main plot is that you steal an amulet and give it to Raiden. After the cutscene and everything, yeah. The game is basically a lore adding game. It doesn't do much for the actual lore of the game continuing forward, at least I think. But overall, it's a pretty cool game. Overall, the story of Mortal Kombat is often confusing, especially these first few games, but I'm glad I was able to help or hopefully guide you through a little bit of Scorpion's side. I've always loved Scorpion. As a character, his outfits went hard. Wait, no. No, you get back! Go away! Go! Sorry about that. Besides the infrared skin, all the Scorpion costumes are really good, but personally, I'm not a fan of how they did them in the movie. The mask is just, it deserves to be yellow. But the modern game outfits have been bangers, especially MK1's. It's actually really cool. Overall, Scorpion is an important part to Mortal Kombat. As a cover boy, golden child, and more. He deserves to be in the MK GOAT list, and he's not barely making it. He's top of the list. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and goodbye. Hey, post-editing Wolf again. I forgot to mention that in the third game, the character Noob Saibot, which is Tobias Boone, two developers' names spelled backwards, is actually Bi-Han. What do I mean by that? Well, Bi-Han is Noob Saibot. That's literally what I mean. I don't know the exact lore for it, and I didn't have all the energy just to create another section about it, because this isn't a Sub-Zero video. But yeah, it's pretty cool to look into. Anyways, thank you.